Hold on, let me just put this caller on mute. Phew!
Busy day over there.
Oh, you have no idea. Office phones are ringing nonstop today. I mean, have you ever noticed how one single tiny wrong letter in a computer system can just completely ruin a multi-million-dollar business trip?
Oh, absolutely. It is honestly terrifying how fragile it all is.
Right. It is so stressful. Well, anyway, welcome to Acad FM. This deep dive is created by AcademiaBSB.
That is right.
We are an online English school, and we have a very, unique approach to communication skills. Are you ready for today's session, my colleague?
I am very ready. It is good to just take a deep breath amidst all that office chaos you're dealing with right now.
So true.
Welcome, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 4th, 2026, and we have a very special focus today. Based on our latest class notes, we are calling this episode Hotel Reservations, Routine Sequences, and Working Overtime, a business English guide to frequency and fluency.
Oh, I love that title.
Yeah.
It is perfect. It hits all the right SEO keywords for my LinkedIn network,
Oh, I knew you would appreciate that.
I really do. We are your teachers at AcademiaBSB, and we are talking directly to you, THAIZA Duarte.
Yes, we are. Hello, THAIZA.
You are our VIP student. We see your posts online. We see you climbing the corporate ladder. And we see exactly how hard you were working.
We truly do see it, THAIZA. Climbing that corporate ladder, well, it requires strategy. So this episode is a deep dive overview of your business English course.
Exactly.
To evolve, to grow in your career, you need to master new tools. You want to reach the higher levels of the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages.
That is the CEFRL, right?
Yes, the CEFRL. It is a very big goal. You need a strong vocabulary, of course, but beyond just words, you need true corporate communication.
You need to sound like a professional.
Precisely. Today, we are reviewing your class notes. We are looking at the transcript from your June 3rd class.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I have an interruption on my screen here.
What is it?
I love this part of the day. There's a gamification intermission. Let's talk about your points, THAIZA.
Oh, the stars. This is great.
Yes. On our ePlat platform, you earn stars. In Portuguese, you call them estrelinhas. You earn these stars for every single class activity you complete.
They show your dedication.
They really do. They help you climb the rank ladder. They show your progress to the whole world. So, drum roll, please. You won 17 stars today. 17.
Wow, congratulations, THAIZA. 17 stars is a massive effort.
It is huge.
You should be very proud of yourself. That shows real dedication to your studies. Now let's connect those digital stars to the real corporate world, the daily grind, I want to talk about a specific theme from your class.
Which theme is that?
Working overtime on the holiday eve.
Oh, working overtime. That means working extra hours. Past 5 o'clock. My entire LinkedIn feed is completely full of posts about working late.
People do love to show how busy they are.
They really do.
Yeah.
Let's look at your class transcript, THAIZA. You were at work at 9 o'clock at night. 9 p.m. That is very late.
I'm looking at those exact notes right now. You said, and I quote, "I am working because I am preparing the decoration for the party."
The Jamina party.
Yes, you were preparing for the Junina party. This is a fascinating cultural event to discuss in a corporate English setting. We discussed celebrating countryside life in the class.
I love the food at those parties.
We talked about food choices, actually. People in the countryside, well, they often eat red meat. People on the coast often eat fish. You mentioned that you like both.
It is a great tradition. It really brings coworkers together. But let's look at the grammar you used, THAIZA. It is very important.
Yes, the grammar is key here.
You said, I am working. You said, I am preparing. This ties directly into Unit 11 in your notes. The present continuous tense.
The present continuous. I think of this tense as deeply philosophical, honestly.
Really? How so?
Well, time is always moving forward, right?
Okay.
We use this tense to freeze time. We use it for things happening right now at this exact second. You use the verb to be. Am, is, are. Then you add the letters ing to the main verb. Work becomes working.
Prepare becomes preparing.
Exactly. But why do we spell things a certain way? Look at the spelling rules, THAIZA. For short words, we sometimes double the final consonant.
Like the word run.
Yes, run becomes running. With 2 N's, sit becomes sitting. With 2 T's.
Why do we do that? It is confusing for students.
It is because of the CVC rule. Consonant, vowel, consonant. R is a consonant, U is a vowel, N is a consonant.
Oh, okay. So when a short word ends like this.
We double the last letter before adding ing. It changes the rhythm of the word. It shows action in motion.
Hold on. My office phone is ringing again. This is an emergency. Let me handle this issue really quickly.
Go ahead.
Hello. Yes, this is the front desk. You cannot find the booking for the executive. Let me look at the screen. Ah, I see the mistake. Okay, I will fix it. Bye.
I can hear the stress in your voice. What just happened?
It is exactly like the reading section in the class notes, THAIZA. Emma and Jake are in Rio de Janeiro for business.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yes. The front desk could not find their booking. Emma was terrified. She had a reservation for 2 nights. But the wrong name was in the computer system.
What did it say?
It said Emily. It did not say Emma. One wrong letter, and the entire business trip just stops. It is a disaster.
That is a classic corporate disaster, and it requires very clear, calm communication to fix. Let's use this real-world stress for our focus words. THAIZA, I want you to listen closely to the pronunciation here.
Yes, let's practice this. The first word is hotel. Hotel.
Listen to the start of the word.
In Brazilian Portuguese, the letter H at the start of a word is often silent, or, it sounds like a hard R, like in the word rato.
Right.
But in English, the H is breathed. You push air out of your lungs gently. Hotel, hospital, human.
There is a historical reason for that, THAIZA. English has Germanic roots. Those old Germanic languages used a heavy breathed sound.
That is interesting. What about Portuguese?
Portuguese comes from Latin. Latin dropped the H sound over time, so you must remember to breathe the sound out in English. Hotel, hospital, human.
That history makes so much sense. We also have the word reservation. THAIZA, listen to the middle of the word. Reservation.
Nice and clear.
And receptionist. Receptionist, you must speak these clearly at the front desk.
They are vital for business travel. Now, my friend, earlier you explained the present continuous very well. You said it freezes time.
Yes, I did.
But I want to push back on that idea a little bit.
Oh, why?
The corporate world is never frozen. How does the present continuous relate to something chaotic like the stock market? Think about the Latin American stock exchange.
Oh, wow. That is a fantastic analogy. Let's look at that. The stock market is never still. It is pure chaos.
Exactly.
If you look at a financial screen right now, numbers are flashing green and red. You do not say the market moves. You say prices are dropping or investors are buying.
Yes.
It is happening right this second on the trading floor.
Right.
It is a live corporate investment. The tense captures the chaos perfectly.
That is exactly right. It captures actions happening right now.
Yeah.
But THAIZA, listen to me. You cannot build a career on chaos.
No, you definitely cannot.
You cannot build a career on working overtime every single night. True success comes from stability. It comes from present simple habits, the things you do repeatedly.
This connects directly to Unit 9. Frequency adverbs. THAIZA, think of your daily energy like a battery. You have to spend it wisely.
That is a good way to look at it.
We use adverbs to measure a scale of time. Picture a scale from 100% down to 0%. 100% is always. 0% is never.
Let's apply the scale to your actual life, THAIZA. We read your transcript. You told the class about your daily routine.
Yes, her commute.
You always go to work by bus to the North Wing. Always. 100% of the time. You never drive. Never. 0%.
You also said you always pray at home, but you never go to church. This is your routine. This is the present simple tense.
It is very stable.
Subject plus verb. I pray. I go. It is predictable.
Habits build the foundation of our lives. As a sportsman, I think a lot about health habits. We discussed your diet in the class.
Oh yes, the food habits.
You mentioned eating pizza in the morning, the afternoon, and the night. And you love the sweet candy called juba.
I mean, pizza all day sounds amazing. I would love a slice right now.
Mm.
But maybe it is not the most sustainable habit for a long career.
It is a very important conversation. We talked about weight in the class. You are 72 kilograms. The teacher in the transcript shared that he was 115 kilograms.
That is a big difference.
We discussed this because we want to warn you, THAIZA. A high frequency of eating sugar changes your body chemistry. It can lead to serious health problems.
It really can.
It can lead to diabetes. We want you healthy, strong, and energized for your corporate climb.
Hold on a minute. Someone is knocking on my office door. Yes. You need to order the catering for the board meeting. Okay, no pizza today, please. We need fresh fruit.
Good choice.
Let's practice some more focus words, THAIZA. The word is apple, A-P-P-L-E, and pineapple, P-I-N-E-P-P-L-E.
Pay close attention to the pronunciation here.
Yeah.
It is apple, not apple. Apple, pineapple.
Right.
It is a short, sharp sound at the beginning.
And notice what I just did when my coworker knocked. I used a great expression. I said, hold on a minute. I could also say, just a minute.
Very useful phrases.
THAIZA, write these down. These are perfect idiomatic expressions for a busy office. When someone interrupts your focus, you do not have to be rude. You just smile and say, hold on a minute. It gives you control of your time.
That is excellent advice for setting boundaries at work. Time management is crucial.
But I want to challenge you now, my athletic friend.
Oh, challenge me.
Yes, you love your sports, you love fitness. What is your frequency for going to the gym? If you tell me, I sometimes go to the gym, is that enough?
Sometimes.
Sometimes is only 50% of the time. Is 50% enough for a true sportsman? Or do you need 100%? Do you need always?
Well, that is a very fair critique. To be a true sportsman, 50% is simply not enough. You need high frequency. You need usually or always.
Exactly.
But let me use your challenge to explain the deeper logic of grammar. THAIZA, why do we put the adverb where we do in a sentence?
Yes, please explain the rules. They can be tricky.
It is all about the power of the verb. If you have a normal action verb like go or drive, the adverb comes before the verb.
Before the verb. Got it.
I always go to the gym. I never drive to work. The adverb protects the action. But if you use the verb to be, the power dynamic changes completely.
The verb to be. Am, is, are.
Exactly. The verb to be is the strongest verb in the English language. It represents existence, so it jumps to the front. The adverb comes after the verb to be.
Oh, I see.
I am always tired. He is never late. After the verb to be, before normal verbs. This is the structural logic of frequency.
That makes the rules so much easier to remember.
Yeah.
It is about power. Now, once you have your own routine, THAIZA, you have to understand other people.
You certainly do.
You have to understand your clients. And to do that, you must ask the right questions. You need to pull information out of them.
Unit 100 in your notes explains the psychology perfectly. We have two very different types of questions. Yes or no questions, and way questions.
Let's look at the structure for those.
It is like an architectural blueprint. It is very, very rigid.
How do we build a yes or no question? Walk us through it.
First, you start with the auxiliary verb, do, does, is, are. Second, you place the subject, you, she, the client. Third, the main verb.
So, do you work? Is she sleeping?
Exactly. And the why questions, what, where, when, who, why.
How do we build those?
You put the why word at the very front of that blueprint. Where do you work? Who do you love?
Oh.
In your transcript, THAIZA, the teacher asked you who you love. You had to spell the name over the audio, A-O-N.
Yes, spelling is a critical skill on the phone.
You also talked about your dog. You spelled his name, T-O-N.
One wrong letter. And you booked the hotel for Emily instead of Emma, like we said earlier. But, the class also explored very complex social questions, hard questions about how society is changing.
Yes, it did. The transcript shows a deep discussion about women's history, about women voting, about women working outside the home.
And the traditional concept of being a housewife.
You use the words traditionalist and not a traditionalist to describe these roles, THAIZA.
These are powerful vocabulary words. In English, a traditionalist refers to someone who prefers established customs, someone who values older social systems.
Right.
Not a traditionalist, or a progressive, refers to someone who embraces new social structures, like women leading corporate boardrooms.
And we must be clear here, THAIZA. We are just looking at the vocabulary. We do not take sides on this. We are strictly impartial.
Absolutely. We study these words because you will hear them in international business. They're simply tools to understand cultural shifts.
Exactly. Language is a mirror of society. We study the words to understand the reflection.
Oh, hold on. I just got a calendar alert on my screen. Another task.
What is it this time?
I need to prepare for our upcoming corporate retreat. I need to ask you a question. What will your outfit be for the trip?
I am planning to wear a dark suit. But why are you asking me this right now?
Because it is the perfect time for our final focus words. THAIZA, look at the vocabulary from the text. Vacation, arrived, worried.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Listen carefully to the past tense words, THAIZA. Arrived, worried. The letters ED at the end are very soft. It is a whisper.
Yes. Do not stress the ED.
It is not arrived. It is not worried. It is arrived. Worried. Speak it softly, right behind your teeth.
That is excellent phonetic guidance. It sounds much more natural that way. But I want to return to your thoughts on questions for a moment.
Okay, sure.
I want to push back on your explanation. Think about a high-stakes job interview.
A job interview is stressful.
It is. How does a yes or no question actually differ from a weak question in the psychology of an interview?
Oh, that is the core of business strategy right there. Let's use an analogy, THAIZA. A yes or no question is like walking up to a closed door.
A closed door.
You ask a client, do you like our product? The answer is just yes or no. The door opens for 1 second, they hand you a simple fact, and the door shuts. You learn nothing about why.
It is very limited data. You cannot do much with it.
Exactly. But a weak question is like opening a massive window. You ask, what is the biggest problem with your current supplier?
That is a great question.
Now, the person has to look out the window and explain the whole landscape to you. They have to tell you a story. In business, you cannot sell a product with just facts. You need stories to build trust. You need open windows.
That changes the entire dynamic of a meeting. Open windows create real dialogue. They create empathy. And you, THAIZA, are doing incredible work with your own dialogue.
She really is.
This brings us to the final review of the episode. It is time to look at your class stats.
Oh, I love data. My entire LinkedIn network loves data. THAIZA, your numbers this week are absolutely fantastic. Let me read them from the dashboard right now.
Let's hear them.
Vocabulary growth. You learned 15 new words. That is exceptional. Your lexicon repertory is now 171 words.
That is a solid foundation.
Your oral fluency span was 52 minutes. That means you kept the English conversation flowing for almost an entire hour.
That takes massive mental endurance. Speaking a second language for an hour is like running a mental marathon. It is exhausting.
It is. And my absolute favorite statistic, your phonetic deviation ratio is only 17%.
Wow. 17%.
This means your pronunciation is hitting the mark. Very few errors. You are speaking clearly, like a true professional.
It is obvious you are absorbing the material deeply, THAIZA. You are learning not just grammar, but context. Earlier, we discussed the vocabulary of women's rights from your class notes.
The traditionalist and non-traditionalist words.
Yes. Let's connect that to a larger historical reality. Think about the 1920s and 1930s. The invention of the typewriter completely changed the office environment.
It really did. It revolutionized things.
It brought millions of women into the corporate workforce for the very first time. During that same era, women fought for and won the right to vote in many nations.
An incredible time in history.
They changed the global economy forever. When you learn words like career, executive, or traditionalist, you are speaking the vocabulary that those historical shifts created.
That gives me chills, honestly. Language truly connects us to history. THAIZA, we are so incredibly proud of you. Thank you for putting in the hard work every single day.
You are making fast, undeniable progress.
But a professional's work is never truly over, right? Remember your tasks. You must read the full text for homework 1. Read the story about Emma and Jake at the hotel in Rio again.
And practice reading it out loud. Train those soft ED sounds we talked about. Arrived. Worried.
Yes. Repetition builds the foundation. Practice your frequency adverbs. Practice your continuous verbs. Build those habits until they are 100%. Keep pushing your limits.
We are at the end of our deep dive today.
Finally. My phone is quiet for once, but we always leave you with our school motto. Say it with me, my friend.
With pleasure.
It is not only about the language.
It is all about communication.
THAIZA, as you climb the corporate ladder today, think about this. The very language of business we use right now was shaped by those women in the 20th century who broke into the office.
They changed the dictionary.
They really did. As you master these words and take your seat at the table, what new words will your generation add to the corporate dictionary? See you next time.